Zhuangzi was a wise man who lived in China about 2,300 years ago. He had many ideas about how to live a good life. One of his famous sayings goes like this: "Go with whatever happens. Keep your mind free. Accept what you're doing now. This is the best way to live." Let's break this down to understand what Zhuangzi meant. Go with whatever happens means we should be flexible in life. Things don't always go as we plan. Sometimes good things happen, and sometimes bad things happen. Zhuangzi says we shouldn't fight against these changes. Instead, we should accept them and adapt. For example, imagine you planned a picnic, but it starts to rain. Instead of getting upset, you could move the picnic indoors or turn it into a fun rainy day activity. By going with what happens, you can still enjoy your day. Keep your mind free is about how we think. Zhuangzi believed we shouldn't stick too tightly to one way of thinking. When we keep our minds open, we can see new solutions to problems and come up with creative ideas. Think about a student who always studies in the same way. If they're not doing well, keeping their mind free might mean trying new study methods. They might find a better way that works for them. Accept what you're doing now is about focusing on the present moment. Many of us spend a lot of time thinking about the past or worrying about the future. But Zhuangzi says it's important to pay attention to what's happening right now. This is like when you're eating your favorite food. If you're thinking about other things, you might not really taste and enjoy the food. But if you focus on eating, you can fully enjoy the flavors and textures. When Zhuangzi says this is the best way to live, he means that doing these things can make us happier and more peaceful. By accepting change, thinking freely, and focusing on the present, we can handle life's challenges better. It's like learning to swim. At first, you might fight against the water and get tired quickly. But once you learn to relax and go with the flow of the water, swimming becomes much easier and more enjoyable. Zhuangzi's ideas can help us in many parts of our lives. In our personal lives, these ideas can help us deal with stress better. When something unexpected happens, we can stay calm and figure out what to do next. In our work or school, being flexible and open-minded can help us solve problems and come up with new ideas. It can also help us work better with other people who might have different views. In our relationships, accepting others as they are and being present when we're with them can make our connections stronger. In our communities, people who can adapt to changes and stay calm in difficult times can help others and make the community stronger. Even though Zhuangzi lived a long time ago, his ideas are still helpful today. Our world changes quickly, and there's often a lot of stress in our lives. By following Zhuangzi's advice, we can learn to be more flexible when things change, think in new and creative ways, enjoy the present moment more, stay calm when things are difficult, get along better with others. These skills can help us live happier, more peaceful lives. They can also help us deal with the challenges we face every day. Remember, Zhuangzi isn't saying we should never plan or never try to change things. He's saying that when we can't control something, it's better to accept it and work with it rather than fight against it. This way, we can find peace and happiness no matter what life brings us.